everyone. The Reckless Paradise Podcast. I am your host, Joe, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hopefully, you guys are having an awesome turkey day today. Mine is I had to go to work. Friday, it is Black Friday tomorrow, which hopefully will be fun for you guys if you get Friday deals. Hopefully, you guys will still be okay. Please stay safe out there. Some people are probably gonna ruffle some jimmies to get some Barbie dolls that probably their daughter won't play with. But tonight's episode, I'm recording this like at 3:30 right now. But tonight's episode is a debate hour. Debate hour. In tonight's debate hour is a triple header, and it's over pies. And when you think about Thanksgiving, you think about like three types of pies, maybe one pie in particular, but there's three pies that we're going to be going over tonight. It is chocolate pie versus apple pie versus pumpkin pie. Now, each of the pies that are in tonight's episode are different in flavors, and probably some people will probably say, well, like pumpkin pie because it's fall and all that stuff, but I'm more of an apple pie kind of guy, but I guess we'll get into the details and the specifics within the episode, and I guess I'll give my full blown answer at the end of the episode. So when you're comparing the three different pies the in the episode tonight, the key difference lies within their primary flavor profile. Chocolate pie is rich and chocolatey, while apple pie is fruity with some cinnamon spice, and pumpkin pie has a creamy spice pumpkin flavor with custard-like texture. Essentially, chocolate pie is based on chocolate, apple pie on apples, and pumpkin pie on pumpkin puree with added spices like cinnamon and nutmeg. Now, there's three key points to each pie as well. Um, so with the chocolate pie, it has like a rich chocolate filling, made with melted chocolate, eggs, sugar, and sometimes a bit of cream. Even sometimes, often served with whipped cream. Apple pie, like I said, seasoned apples with cinnamon sugar, and sometimes lemon juice encased in a double crust, which is really good. And then pumpkin pie is a custard-like filling with pumpkin puree, eggs, sugar, uh, evaporated milk, and a blend of spices like cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg, usually in a single crust. So I guess it just really depends on what you fancy at Thanksgiving. Usually with chocolate pie, usually that's more of like I guess like kind of like a summer thing, I guess if you want to call it that. But the main two that I'm probably going to be talking about is apple pie and pumpkin pie. Because more so those two are kind of like the main ones for Thanksgiving, and excuse me, and there's like a kind of like a debate going on a little bit about that, but so I found like a little article on top of this talk about no Thanksgiving food coma is probably induced without a generous slice or slices of pie. Americans eagerly anticipate Thanksgiving every November. I almost said October. And there is no question that food is a heavy, if not quintessential, factor of the holiday. There's turkey, stuffing, yeah, I got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, all that stuff. That song. The dinner table seems endless. While reflecting on this year, on what I particularly look forward to eating every Thanksgiving Day, I keep thinking about the one dessert that fails to make it on the menu: pie. Now, which kind is my favorite? You might inquire. That is my dilemma. I do not know. um, of all the things I treasure about food, variety sits at the top of the list. Pie specifically can be prepared in a seemingly unlimited number of ways. In crafting this pastry, no fruit nor uh, filling filling fails to this point, at least in my opinion. However, when deciding what my preferred type of pie is, my mind reaches a deadlock. A deadlock. Pumpkin or apple? Both hold special places in my heart and my taste buds. In order to reach a solid conclusion about which one takes the throne, I have to engage in an analysis. What qualities do both possess, that I so thoroughly enjoy. Why is it so difficult to make a choice? Let's discuss, shall we? So, and then they go into detail, like, pumpkin pie is mistakably delicate, unquestionably a Thanksgiving favorite. When you dig your fork into a slice of pumpkin pie, it's quite mesmerizing to see your utensil glide through the soft filling and gently cut through the flaky crust on the bottom. Upon having your first bite of pumpkin pie, you immediately get a wonderful kick of spice, a splendid mix of cinnamon, nutmeg, and ground ginger. Pumpkin pie spice generates a lovely sense of warmth in your stomach, acquainting your taste buds with the pop of flavor that instills the life into a dish. The focus of pumpkin pie filling with pumpkin puree, of course. Sorry. The taste of pumpkin transports you into a state of autumn paradise, characterized by plentifully sweet and robust notes of flavor. Key to creating the creamy texture of pumpkin pie filling. Jesus, I can't talk today. Pumpkin pie filling is sweetened condensed milk. Sorry. Already delightful by itself, the sweetness of the condensed milk complements the pumpkin's natural sweetness while also infusing the filling with a wonderfully rich consistency. The pie's crust importance need not to be overlooked, as it provides a buttery, crisp contrast to the smooth filling, round out your eating experience with balanced textures. Indulging in custardly pumpkin pie, as always, one of the highlights of my Thanksgiving meal, and as it never fails to deliver a powerful punch of seasonal deliciousness. Now, as for me, I'm not really a big fan of pumpkin pie. I've had it, but I haven't had it like a lot. I usually like kind of take it or leave it a little bit. But the next point that I'm going to talk about with which is pumpkin pie, apple pie. Jeez, I can't say it today. I'm so sorry. So, apple pie offers a different type of eating experience in different ways. To be frank, apples of any kind are always enjoyable to eat because they present a fantastic combination of natural sweetness, acidity, crispness, and juiciness. These elements are perfectly embodied in apple pie. Apple pie filling is a bit more tedious to make than pumpkin pie filling, but it's completely worth the effort. Medium sized apple wedges are seasoned with cinnamon, nutmeg, ground ginger, and brown sugar, which collectively add a dimension of spice to the sweetness of the apple slices. The filling is never complete without two key ingredients: lemon juice and flour. These might not automatically come to mind when thinking of apple pie, but they make a significant difference in the final product. Just a tad of lemon juice brilliantly accentuates the acid of the apple wedges and the spices, seasoning them while the flour acts as a thickening agent. Merging with the lemon juice and moisturizer of the apples to create a sturdy sauce that binds the entire filling together. If baked correctly, the apple slices retain their firmness and equally showcase a tender and far from crunchy texture. The luscious spice sauce coats the apple wedges evenly, preserving the apple's inherent sweetness and acid while skillfully incorporating moisture into this pie. Since apple pie is typically baked with the crust on the bottom and on the top, the first bite of apple pie opens with a buttery crunch and gradually moves into a satisfactory freshness from the apples and warmth from the spices, strikingly similar to pumpkin pie. As a dessert, apple pie represents a unmatched fusion of tanginess and sweetness, of fresh produce and rich flavor. The reason why it's so difficult for me to make a decision about my preferred form of pie is because pumpkin and apple pie each carry strengths that the others lack. The smooth custard of pumpkin pie is simply not present in apple pie, though the latter offers an expansive variety of texture that pumpkin pie does not. It is virtually impossible to compare pumpkin and apple, as they only share sweetness. Pumpkin has a pungent flavor, while apples are subtly acidic. Despite their differences, pumpkin and apple pie are both extremely important menu items for me because their entire entities radiate comfort and, as stated, warmth. Thanksgiving is a holiday based on togetherness and with family and friends, on giving thanks for the blessings that you have been granted, and on appreciating the way that food can symbolize the emotions associated with human connection, resembling the way that family and friends can provide the comfort and warmth needed to endure these challenging times. Pumpkin and apple pie do the same, though in their shared spices and overall delightfulness. If you ask me now what my favorite Thanksgiving pie is, then, after careful thought, my answer would be simple: both. Though that may be an inclusive response, is wholly honest. Both pumpkin and apple pie are Thanksgiving essentials in my book. It is impossible for me to make a choice. They are distinct enough to satisfy a craving for variety. Yet they share an immovable place in my family's Thanksgiving menu. I cannot wait to indulge in both the type of. I cannot wait to indulge in both types of pie later this month, surrounded by my loved ones. Why should I have to make a choice in the first place? Why not both? Which honestly is a very good point. It's like, why not have both? Because you can't please everybody. Um, my personal opinion, I've always liked apple pie. But it's like if I have to give a truthful answer, it's like it's both. I think, because chocolate's not really it's not really associated with fall. I mean, you have like chocolate, like kind of like if you think about chocolate, you probably think about Christmas time. But if I have a definitive answer, I'll probably just gonna say apple pie, because I've always liked apple pie. I'm not biased or anything, but I think always apple pie for me, it's always like I think I said, it's like warmth and the tanginess of the apples and the sauce, kind of like complements it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What is your favorite pie out of the three? I guess more specifically two here, pumpkin or apple. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, that is the end of this month in well, I guess Turkey month. But we're getting closer to the end of the year. It's Christmas time around the corner. Gotta get some Black Friday deals going on. Gotta get some Christmas shopping done. But with that being said, tonight's, I guess, song of the night, I should think here. Um, you gotta think about the holiday tradition. I think last year we did the Thanksgiving meal song. I think I'm gonna do that this year again, because it's always a good time. It's always a good song. um but that being said, that is the end of this debate hour, and tonight's song of the night is the Thanksgiving Day song. Please follow us on all social medias in the link in the description below, in our link tree in the description below, which will lead to our YouTube page, Reddit page, Facebook page, TikTok page, our individual Instagrams, our individual TikToks, um, my gaming YouTube channel on here. I'm currently at 1,483, I think, right now. If that's moved up by now, probably I don't really know about this point, but that is it for this tonight's episode, and I will see you in December for Christmas stuff. I guess. Hopefully you guys have a good Thanksgiving. Stay loved, be loved. See you in December. Peace.